disturbing me.
I know, same. I put it on. I was
0.
like, oh, I have 0 messages.
Yay. Well, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Polite as Fuck.
Howdy.
We still got the bats up. If you're on YouTube, you
still
can see.
Halloween.
It's still Halloween.
Halloween isn't over, everyone.
We can't get enough. I actually was telling Erica, I'm so bummed because I walked around Target last night and hoping to get some like inspiration and like get a good idea of what I wanted to do for the vacations, the Christmas decorations in the house, and like nothing is speaking to me. Like the spider did. I saw that and I was like, I know what I'm doing. Christmas, I'm done. I don't know what to do.
It's okay.
So if you have ideas, send them.
Did you also find out that the candles are all dead?
No. What? No.
Were they working for you?
Yeah.
I went to put them on like 2 nights ago and I was like, you're kidding me. And then I just went to bed.
If that happened, no, I would have.
Wow, I'm so glad they're still working.
Thank God. I think the universe was like, she needs something. She needs some candles in her life.
Some mood, yeah.
No, they work, but great. That means they're on their way out.
Perfect.
At least you have that step stool. I'll do them this time. It's my turn.
I just don't know that we even have enough batteries.
I'll add that to the list. Anyway, happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing all right. We're going to dive into our 10 and 10. We're talking about Love is Blind. I almost said Love Island, but Love is Blind.
Yeah.
I know this is like so behind schedule and everybody's over this show, but I can't get enough. We literally just finished watching the reunion today. And I have so many thoughts and just, I don't know. It just makes me think. It makes me think about a lot of things.
A lot of things, yeah.
So we're going to do our like top favorite moments or like standout moments from this fucking wackadoodle season of Love is Blind. And I have to go first. And my top thing for this whole episode is Edmund crying about not fucking. I just like,
Oh my gosh.
That.
Oh my gosh.
Really... like that facial expression lives like rent free. I think about it all the time.
Like he's
I'm
like
the nice
agony.
guy. It
is
me.
The biggest ick I've ever gotten in my life.
Yeah.
No, every time he would come on the screen, I had to like look at my phone. I had to be doing anything else but looking at him, doing whatever he was doing, and it was just too much.
I know.
Too much. My first one, that's funny because I had put Edmund and then I was like, you know what? I want to say everything that KB says is my first one because when we were watching the reunion, I was like, what therapy program? What did you do? How did you get to be able to say things in such an articulate way, to be so empathetic while also being like holding your boundaries, like not letting him walk all over you and you be like, yeah, you're right, like whatever.
Did she do that?
I don't know. I'm like, I just want to like absorb. I just want to hang out with you all the time and absorb whatever it is that you do because it's so impressive to me.
Yeah. When she was like, I'm sorry you didn't deserve to be called names. I was like, who are you?
I know. I was like,
never said that sentence
I would
before
call
in
him
my
names
life.
if he was doing those things. I would be like, you stop. You're being annoying.
Yeah.
Like, and she's just
kept it
so
together.
calm, cool, collected.
I know.
And when she was saying she was like trying to break stereotypes, and I'm just like, I just respect her so much.
I know. That was one of mine is KB's emotional intelligence. Specifically in the reunion, but I'm even thinking back to when they were on the freaking mountain. And she was like clearly explaining like the behind the scenes of how they were in the car and then they had an argument off camera and then got on camera and started doing the whole like whatever they were doing snowmobile thing, and he's just like, oh, the trees, the presents, and she's like, bro, what the fuck, you were just like ignoring me in the car and I don't stand for that, so can you like speak up? And so I don't know, she was just all around. She was
iconic. Yes.
Well, that's my other one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad we're on the same page. Okay. I came in watching this season. I didn't really see the pods. No. I feel like I just saw them meeting each other for the first time, and then I don't know the context behind Jordan and Joe's relationship, the two guys. Mm-hmm. But when they were at the pool party and being just weird and like mean and passive aggressive, and I'm like, I think individually, like, I really liked Jordan. And so I was like, what is it about Joe? I mean, Joe, there's a lot of things going on with that guy. But, like, them together, I feel like it was really interesting to watch. And it stood out in my mind as, like, if I was dating Jordan and he was hanging out with Joe, I'd be like, probably, like, this is someone that you shouldn't hang out with.
Yeah, this brings the
like,
worst side of you.
Yeah. I'm also suddenly sweating and I have to take this off. But
while you do that, I'm going to throw my tea bag away.
Okay.
No, I could not agree more. That was such a weird interaction. And then I think Joe just being drunk, which we'll talk about, but that's one of my things, is like the amount of like alcohol and drinking in this season, in this show. But I'm just like, what is it about the two of you? Like, do you just want to go hook up? Like, is this some sexual tension or what the fuck? Because this is
it was. It was
like,
very weird.
And then they sat each other next to each other on the reunion. But I've been seeing like TikToks and stuff and they hang out. So I'm like, maybe they just got over it and they thought like, but it's not even that they dated the same women. So I'm like, what is their issue?
I don't think that they had an issue with each other. I feel like they just like
did not vibe well.
No, Jordan and Joe. You think they didn't vibe?
Yeah, I did not like I didn't like the way that they acted together.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was like hostile. I feel like they were like, someone would say like a rude comment or something, and then the other would like pile on, and they would like egg each other on to be like worse humans, is how it seemed to me.
I get that. I think also I felt like tension between them, where like one person, like Madison, would say something to Joe, and then like Jordan would be like, yeah, like, go get your, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, even some, like, hostility between them that I was, like, not understanding either.
It was very weird.
The whole thing. Weird. The whole thing was fucking weird.
Yeah.
The Where's the Tequila with Anton and Allie, when they are, like, discussing how many beers he had, and then she goes, like, okay, well, where's the rest of the tequila? And he goes and, like, opens the cupboard, he's like, and closes it again.
He's
like really looking for the tequila. I'm like,
you could tell in his face.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
That's also gone. Yeah, that is so funny. I had put, my next one was drinking a beer after a night shift, because I feel like that was the first time. I mean, my sister's the only one I know that does the night shift, and maybe she drinks the beer when she gets off, but like that concept to me was just crazy. But I was like, I guess that makes sense. Like, you're getting off work and you're drinking.
Yeah.
But I like a beer with breakfast. I was like, okay, teach their own.
The way that they said it was like a beer with breakfast, like that's disgusting. I'm like, if you're coming off of the night shift and like you go have a drink, that makes sense. But I'm like, you're going to go home and make scrambled eggs and pour yourself a glass of cold beer? That is crazy.
Cold beer.
Ice cold beer. The accents are coming out. Get ready. That was mine, the tequila.
That was those mine, two. Breakfast.
Beer and breakfast. Edmund going into the cabinet.
Oh my gosh. This boy. Literal boy.
Actually, you know what? I scratched that. I mean, that is a good one. But as I'm saying this, the other cringy part that I'm thinking of is him and the relationship with his teacher. I think I just like really like finalized the theory of like, he has not theory, but like he's just been through so much.
Yeah.
And I just don't think this show was great for him to be on television and seeing like his relationship with his mom, and then like teacher steps in, and then didn't she say you could call me mom or something?
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
icky. This is not a conversation for cameras to be around. This is so weird. Yeah. And then the husband in the back with his like military shades on, like, oh my god, looking like some freaking insurrectionist from January 6th. I'm like, someone come and get this man. Like, I swear to God.
Yeah, like, Edmund's got things going on, and I agree. I don't know that being on reality TV was the best place for him to navigate whatever those things are.
Yeah, poor guy.
But I did think that all the girls were like girls.
Yeah.
And this was like, I don't know why, the pool party episode, or like when they're in Mexico after the pods. Maybe that's because that's right when I first started watching. But just seeing them all, like, the guys were being annoying and the girls were, like, having each other's backs through all of it and not, like, siding necessarily with their partners, but just, like, no, you're being weird, like, come over here, or, like, we'll go sit over here, or whatever it is. And just being supportive with each other, I appreciate that. I remember watching TV growing up and not seeing that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm so glad that we've come around.
Shift. Yeah, especially in reality TV where it feels like they're already pinned up against each other anyway, especially if it's like a dating show, that it's nice to see there's like some sort of camaraderie. Honestly, that seems like the best part is like the friendships you get out of it, because the rest of it seems like fucking shit. My last one is Crazy Eye Annie. Every time she pops up on the screen, I almost like get like a shiver down my spine, because I'm like, is there anything behind those eyes? Like, I feel bad for her, but I also don't at the same time, because you held on so tight. Even through the reunion, I was like, felt like she was media trained almost and had like a response ready, which is good. I mean, I would be too if I did the things that she did. But it's also, wow. I guess I'm struggling because I'm trying to be nice here.
Because we just talked about being a girl's girl.
Yeah. Not my vibe. I did not like that. I did not like that she, like, I don't know. Maybe it was more of just like her relationship with Nick and like seeing Nick in a different light and then seeing her and then her holding on. Maybe it's like says more about my insecurity than anything else, but I just like, and then her walking down those steps for the reunion, I was like, oh my gosh, she's like looking at the camera just like, I'm like, oh my God, help someone, help her.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with her.
But some people love that. Some people vibe with that, and that's wonderful. Not me.
Yeah, not me. The last thing I had said was, it was really interesting to me, kind of maybe we'll go into this when we talk about If Love is Blind, because it felt like there were a lot of superficial friends. Like when they were showing scenes from the Bachelor or Bachelorette combos, or like, you know, when people are commenting about their jobs or their lifestyle or their, like, it just felt like a lot of the conversations were very materialistic or judgmental of this person without knowing them, and not really asking or seeking to understand how that person makes their friend feel, or what have been their biggest arguments, or what's been a struggle. It was just, and maybe those were just the things they showed on camera.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is weird to me.
Yeah.
Like that whole conversation about him being a truck driver, and like, well, could he get to like a more respectable job or whatever? And I'm just like, you knew what his job was. So why did you even date him if that is such like a hard line for you and like so embarrassing for you or whatever? I don't know. It felt very strange to me. Some of the friend comments.
Do they forget? This segues perfectly because I think about like if I could ever do this show, and I'm like, do they forget there's cameras on all the time? I mean, I don't know. I would be so uncomfortable knowing that like everything is recorded and everyone is there and everyone's watching you. I mean, like, we spend 45 to an hour on this podcast, and there are times where I'm like, why did I just say what I just said? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is a fucking, you know what I mean? I'm like, you're on reality TV, and you're like, okay, even as a friend, even if I wasn't on the show, but I go, like, if you went on and we went to do whatever, your dress fitting, and the cameras are right there, you know that there's a producer like facilitating that conversation. Like, hell no, I'm not gonna say anything. This is gonna no. I'm waiting until we get home and the doors are closed, blinds closed, everything is everything's gone, and then I go, let me tell you. No.
Yeah, I don't know if people forgot or if they were just being egged on to say certain things, or if they genuinely are like, I don't care, this is, and like, if that is how you feel, we kind of already talked about this, but like, why would you go on the show of all the shows? Why this one?
Yeah, literally.
I feel like there's so many other things.
It also reminds me of this part in the pods. I don't know if you watched this part, but when Patrick was talking about how he has like no hair, but the context is because he was talking about his like arm and leg hair because he's Asian, and he was like he had just had this date with, oh fuck, what was the girl's name? Anna, I think his other connection. Anyway, but he was talking to Casey about it, and then Casey was like, well, I have a landing strip, and then she kept trying to like wanting to make things a little bit more spicy and sexual, and he was just meaning more like his body hair, like he wasn't talking about how he has like no, I don't know, it was just weird. And then she was just like, but I can like take it off if you want, just like one quick swipe or something. And I'm like, there are cameras, this is good juicy television, they know, they're gonna post this. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's why she said the landing strip and
that's why he was like, and baby seal Patrick, because I'm just like, it's so cringy.
Gosh. Oh
yes,
my gosh.
Yes. So I think just
Hello.
Oh, mom can't get excited? Ma'am. Oh, hell no. Get down. Go to bed. Go to bed. There's nothing over here. You got your hackles up and everything. Go to bed.
Snatched. The bed's been snatched.
Anyway. Forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
Anyway, that show's wild, and I'm kind of glad I didn't watch the whole thing. I think I came in at the right time.
We should do this every episode.
Oh no.
What?
Does the blinking mean something?
I have no idea.
Okay, we'll just keep going.
Oh my god, yeah, Love is Blind. No, okay, so I think that leads us perfectly into whether or not we would ever do the show. I think we've talked about it a little bit.
I just don't think that I would.
And why is that?
Because as much as I want to believe that I could just fall in love with someone from their personality, I know that physically I would also need to be attracted to you.
Yeah.
And like I think it would make me give someone more of a chance than I would if I just met them seeing them first. And maybe that is the whole point of like, maybe you could learn to like be attracted to someone. I don't know, but I've gone on dates, I've given people chances like on Hinge that I wouldn't, like when I see them at first physically, I'm like, that's not necessarily someone that I would think, but they maybe had like really thoughtful responses, or like their pictures, I was like, okay, you seem like a very adventurous person, or someone that I would get along with. And then we go on a date and I'm just like, this is just not it for me, you know?
Mm-hmm. I do know.
I don't think Love is Blind. And I think that's why none of them got married.
I think, like, I wrote down a bunch of notes because this is just so fascinating to me. But I think that both of us, not that we I don't think either of us have, like, a type. Like, a specific type of looking person that we're, like, always gravitating towards. I think that there's, like, a lot of similarities and a lot of like things that make someone attracted to us, and they can look like different in each person, which is great, but I don't think that necessarily means like Love is Blind. But for the first thing I put was like logistically the cameras. Like I don't think I could deal with the cameras, but knowing that, it also makes me a little bit more compassionate towards people. So like maybe it would make me more I don't fucking know. But the other thing I put is I think I'm a little bit too much of a daydreamer. So if I like let go of all of like I wouldn't even know what to call them, like the checklist of what I want someone to look like. That sounds bad, but like things that I think do matter to me or whatever. If I let it all go and I go on something like on a show like this, I'm like, I feel like I would be so toxic and so bad because I'd be daydreaming. You would say the date would be like what, an hour, 2 hours, and you'd be saying all the right things because it's like interview style basically.
Yeah.
And then we walk away and it's like, yeah, there was a connection, a little bit of something, you know, something there, and then all of a sudden I'm spending the rest of the time imagining you to be someone that you're not, and like like, I don't, like, I'm just too much of a daydreamer. And I just don't think that I would be able to separate, like, the real world from, like, the actual, like, experiment or whatever, because one, it is very, like, interview. They have to, like, I don't even know even how it works, but I'm assuming you have, like, a set of questions that you want to ask them, whether they're, like, the producer gives them to you or the ones that you come up on your own. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, that's so, like, interview style to me that I feel like not only would I not respond 100% honest, I don't think I would be getting 100% honest, because it's like, one, who's honest in an interview, and two, it's like your actions speak louder than words. So, like, if someone's like, how do you spend your, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example, but I'm just saying, like, the real world shows so much more of that than, like, what your answer is. And while it may be truthful to you in that moment, that, like, yeah, I do like to hike and go out and try different foods and take my dogs out and do all of this stuff, I also just stay in bed a lot of the time and, like, do mundane shit. And, like, I just, and, like, who's going to say that on a first date? That's, like, something that you have to, like, ease your way into. And I just don't think I would be able to, like, differentiate the two. And then we would go into the real world and it would be, I guess that's the whole point. But I'm just like, why would I put myself through that?
I mean, I guess to that end, like, you are on a first date in the real world. That is kind of what you are doing, is, like, interviewing someone. You're, like, asking questions. I mean, unless you're doing some, like, activity, if you're, like, meeting up for coffee or going to dinner or whatever. But then you are also, like, seeing their body language, seeing how, like, and I think that kind of came up in the reunion too, of people being like, they said this in the pods and then, like, they weren't that way out of the pods. And it's like, yeah, you can say a lot of things and not actually, like, that's maybe the ideal version of yourself. And then when you're living the day to day with them and you're like, that's not at all what you're like, then it just seems very silly to me. I would, not to fully change the subject because we keep talking about this, but, like, if I were to go on any reality TV, I would go on The Bachelor.
No, you would go on Bachelorette. Or would you do The Bachelor?
I think you have to do The Bachelor to be The Bachelorette. I would love to be The Bachelorette, but I think you have to. I think Taylor is the only one who's never been on the show.
Okay, wait, restart and say that you'll go on The Bachelor. And I'll try to have the same response. The Bachelor? I'm kidding. Sorry.
You don't think it got any of that?
I think you're right. When you said Taylor
Taylor Frankie Paul.
Mm-hmm. Taylor Frankie Pan.
I think that you have to go on The Bachelor to be The Bachelorette. And Taylor Frankie Paul is the only one, or the first one, who has not been on the show to be The Bachelorette.
Interesting. That's why it was, like, such a big deal.
Yes. But, like, I've never watched Love Island, so I don't really know. It seems like not the thing for me. No. And I don't really know what the other options are.
I mean, honestly, none of these are. But if I had to choose one, Love is Blind, I feel like, is the only one that I could do. I could never be the Bachelor or Bachelorette. Oh, my hell to the no. Being one of 20 women and looking like a 5'2", no, ma'am. It
would be such a good, like, test or, like, push of just, you have to own your confidence and fake it.
And nothing sounds more horrible. Walking out that door is a test every fucking day. I don't need to pin myself up against supermodels to be like, let me practice. Like, no, man. And then to be the Bachelor, like, I feel like I just hear the guys of, like, but you're just, like, so beautiful and oh my God, and, like, leaning in for the kiss. I'd be like, no. I say that, but oh my God.
I also think, I mean, alcohol plays a huge part in these shows.
That is one of the things on my notes is I think if I were to do any of these shows, I don't think I could drink.
Yeah, you would.
I don't think I should drink.
Fully sober experience. If you were going at it with, like, pure intention, like you were really wanting to date. Yeah, I think the amount of alcohol and the, like, sleep deprivation, at least from what I've, like, when I was watching The Bachelor or Bachelorette more and listening to podcasts about it, it's like they're up, like, all night and drinking, and they sleep for like 3 hours, and they're like in rooms with like bunk beds with other people, and like there's not really any space, and then they're getting up and doing these activities, and so everyone's like literally losing their minds, and that's why it's good television. But
that's why we love it. Oh yeah, I don't know, I couldn't.
So you think
it.
you would though if you had
if
to.
I had to choose between doing a love dating reality TV show out of all of the ones that are out there, I think, yeah, Love is Blind is the only one that I would do. If Love is Blind was like, there was something posted outside that was like, Love is Blind is coming to San Diego, sign up. Hell no, I'm not signing up. I think it's going to be a great, I would not even know what I would do. I would be like, are you kidding me? I would hear your little voice, for the plot. Do it for the plot. No.
Should we do Tinder
duo? Oh my god. Why, when I'm like so insecure, am I like, I should just tell her we'll do it, but I have not yet said it because I know once I say we do it,
I will be
I know, and there's no going back. I'm like, fuck me.
It's good to know.
You're like, keep going, keep crashing out. It's gonna happen soon enough. Oh man. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about is like, what do we think makes love not blind? Because I think we've clearly established love is not blind in our hearts and souls. And
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you mentioned there's like a few physical things, but I think there's just like, I don't know, a deeper, it's not even that deep. It's just, I think there are things that you would need to see in a person before you literally decide to, I mean, the whole concept of getting engaged and getting married is like such a joke. I get that it has to be something serious for the show, but like, I think we can all agree that like, that's not a great idea.
No. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, there are a few people that have been married from the show, right?
Yeah. I did write a few things down. I think the first thing is I remember talking to a few people about this, of like this idea of the 3-month rule. Have you heard of this? Mm-hmm. And like how you should know somebody for 3 months, or like give them 3 months and they'll show you like all sides of who they are. And not that I think everything like fits in a timeline like that. I know I don't, but I do think there is a little bit of truth.
Oh, I think it is a very accurate thing. And
I just like to condense it, whether it's like a social experiment or not, like I do think, even though I have a tendency to move really fast, like I do think that it is important to have that like just knowledge of like, I like 3 months, see how you feel in 3 months, go from there.
That's a really good reminder, actually, just in this stage of life
that
I'm in, because I'm like, 3 months it feels like a long time, but it's really not that long. And like, I know for myself too, if I really like someone, I'm like, let's like plan a trip, let's like do this thing, let's hang out all the time, like, do you want to come over, can I come over? And then I'm like, suddenly I hate you. Or like I'm getting a big ick, and it's like maybe because I'm pushing for things to happen so quickly that's why that's happening. Mm-hmm. Or also maybe because just like time has progressed and I actually see this person now for like who they are, and like my rose-colored lenses are off a little bit, and I'm like, oh, yeah. But I do think it's true for making big decisions too. Yeah. Like people that go on these shows and then get engaged and then get married, like that's crazy. Even like deciding to move in together after 3 months is like, whoa.
I get they're always like, and I'm just ready for marriage, and like I'm not ready for marriage, so maybe that's why I'm like not ready to go on a show like that. But I just like I'm like, I feel like marriage is not important at all. It's like the person that you're with. So like you're just gonna throw everything up in the air just to like get a marriage. I think I don't get that.
Yeah.
And there are too many other factors. I do think like physically, like I said, I don't think that you and I have like a type that like every single person that we've been with or that we've had a relationship with looks the same, talks the same, has these certain things. I think there are similarities. But I think for me, it's like teeth and hygiene, and like if like you've never touched a floss a floss. Have you never touched floss before? Or like, I don't know, those kinds of things.
Ooh, yeah, hygiene
and like,
is huge.
If your teeth, like you can be, I don't know, if your teeth are all fucked up, I don't think I can. I don't think I can.
Those are big ones for sure. It's interesting because I was recapping my previous relationships with my therapist, and I had mentioned...
Why the fuck were you doing that? I guess therapy, but...
She needs to know what I've done, what I've been through. And I was just explaining how, like, I've stayed in relationships in the past for too long, and I know that. And so there's almost like I have swung to the other side, and I'm immediately like, the moment I feel like I'm like having to take care of you or do something for you, I'm like, hang on. Am I like about to be your mother? And it's weird to like think about or talk about, but she was like, no, that's like a thing. When you are taking on like the motherly role for someone in a relationship, like the sexual part of it starts to die and like go away, and there's no like intimacy or like affection for that person anymore, because now you're their mother and not their girlfriend, and that's like a real thing. And I'm like, that's really gross to think about, but that is kind of what I've done. It's just been like, okay, like, we're gonna get you help, and we're gonna take care of you, and we're gonna do all these things for you. And it's like, so this is my long-winded thing of saying, like, if this person cannot, like, if suddenly I'm having to take care of them for whatever reason, like, I think there's a difference between, like, oh, I wanted to, like, make you dinner, or I wanted to do this for you, not, like, you are not working out, you're not eating healthy, you're not doing anything that's, like, helpful for yourself, and now I'm the one dragging you along to do these things. No, thank you. That will not work for me.
I think I almost am like on the other end of the side of that, where it's like I struggle with like dating nowadays with people having like, you know, you go on a date, and I saw this in Love is Blind, where there are people that like put their best foot forward, and they're like, I have this hobby, and this is my job, and then this is what I do on my day off, and all of these things that like I hear that, and I struggle with like, well, where am I gonna fit in? And I think that my thing is like I become very like needy in the beginning. I think I'm a very independent person, but I get like a taste of something, and I'm like, do it for me. And then it's like I kind of take on that role, and then when they start doing things for me, or they like treat me that way, like once we get to the 3-month thing, I'm like, okay, I'm actually over it. And then instead of just like communicating, you know, doing what healthy people do, I just don't. But so it's almost on the other side, because I struggle with like, you gave me a taste, or you say that you're interested, but then I don't see where I fit into your life. So then I become like that insecurity is like more needy rather than like the motherly role. I can like sometimes, I don't know. I think there's only one. No, I'm too motherly to like my siblings, but I don't think I've been like super motherly to like.
That's good. I don't ever wish that for you.
No, I just become a child. I don't know how to be my food.
I want to be the baby.
Just giving myself the ick thinking about it.
I do get that though, and I think having dated someone who had like so many goals and ambitions and things, I think at first I was like, yes, I am just gonna like feed off of this. But then it was almost like I became like a one-upper, and I'm like, well, I'm too busy actually, because I'm doing this thing.
It's all a game.
It's literally why it's so annoying.
Yeah, it's so fucking
if
annoying.
It's not one thing, it's another. Like, even hearing me talk about this, I'm like, girl.
I feel like the gopher game, where it's like I hit one and then like 4 other pop up. I'm like, fuck, god damn it. Like, go away.
Yeah, you like think it's something that you want, and then you get it, and then you're like triggered in a different way that you've never experienced before, and you have to learn how to navigate this reaction that's coming from yourself because you've never had it. Yeah.
You're so tired by this conversation.
It's exhausting.
I think that there, like, I've always said this while watching Love is Blind, is like, how do you not clock these things? Like, they say something and how are you not getting it even without there being a screen there? But I think you mentioned this at the beginning of this episode of like, there is so much that is said through like your body language and like how you interact with someone and their energy like in the same space with you. Like I genuinely think that I could have two guys that look very much the same aesthetic, same like whatever, and like for some reason I'm gonna gravitate and vibe more with one than the other. And I think it's just that like, you know, all of that like unspoken communication that happens. And I just like, to me, that is my hard line with meeting with someone, is like it is less to do with like how you look. I mean, obviously there are certain things like I would hope that you have tattoos and that you're cute, but like, you know, that's not like, I'm not gonna not go after someone because, you know, that's so stupid to say. And so for me, the more important thing is like, how do we vibe when there's no one else like around, or even when there are people around, like what is our body language? Like sometimes I'm not a super affectionate person all the time, but when I'm with someone, like I like a casual like hand on the neck while driving, or like your hand is on my thigh. Like I like things like that. So if you can't do that, or if that's not like this isn't gonna work, then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And like you can't find that out through a screen and talk about it. I mean, you could, but again, it's like the interview. Like I could say that to someone on the other panel or other side of the panel, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I love doing that." And it's like, but do you, or do you just say you do because it's the experiment and like you've done it like maybe a few times? I don't know. Does that make sense?
The thought of it sounds nice. No, it does. I don't see how this ever would work. Just don't really. I get the concept and I think it's a nice idea,
but like I really want to ask them, like, you're gonna get, like, I want someone to just tell, I feel like no one's telling me the truth, and that's where I'm getting upset, is because I'm like, if you're just here to like find someone and date and then like not go through with the wedding and like have just met a bunch of people, then like just tell me. I mean, don't tell everyone, just tell me, because I'm like, I know that's what you're doing.
Do you think that's what everyone in there is
You
doing?
think all of these people, this whole big ass platform of Love is Blind, all of these people are like, marriage.
I don't think Joe, for sure not Joe.
Oh yeah. But like,
and
why did
Casey or whatever that girl's name is? But I do think a lot of them, at least they like stick to that storyline of like, I think, to me, it's like everyone's kind of reached this point where they're like, I give up on traditional dating. It's not working, so I'm going to try this instead. And I
me
want
too, but I'm not about to do that.
Well, maybe you haven't reached that point yet.
Yeah, please, God, Lord,
when
don't
you ask
me
me to do Tinder Duo,
that's
next
when
stage
next step is
Love is Blind.
God damn it. Jesus. Get me off.
Yeah, I think it's a nice idea. It's almost like you're doing a long distance relationship before you're getting into a relationship. Like
exactly, and that sounds miserable.
Yeah, I did long distance, and you know what happened when we started dating in real life, like actually seeing each other? We broke up.
We hated each other.
Because you're like, it's when conversation is all you have. Yes, it can like make or break you. But then it's like when that is all you have, and then you start to integrate like physical things or just like your own habits, whether that's like how you take care of yourself, your hygiene, your eating habits, your workout habits, your sleeping habits, whatever it is. That's when it's like, oh, this would never work. Mm-hmm. No matter like how fun the conversations are, how good the flirting is or whatever, it's just, you need the physical.
Yeah.
That's like, I think almost more than half of what a relationship is.
And I think
I stand behind that.
I don't know, fascinating. It's like, I love talking about things that I have like no experience or expertise on, but I'm also just like, thank God they created a show like that. It's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, it's great
and that there are people out there that think that it's going to work.
The craziest reunion concept. The live audience in the woods with Miles Smith or whatever his name is, the singer, and people walking down like 6 flights of stairs to get to the...
God, with like, it's crazy, the production. Just for 20 people to be there, and it's not even live.
Yeah.
And then when it starts to get juicy, they cut it off and start talking about somebody else.
Also, who are Nick and Vanessa?
I don't know. They're like this married. I don't know if they met. I literally don't know. I
I'm
am
like,
jumping on this
spokespeople
bandwagon
for this show.
I don't know. I like them better than the UK couple, though. The UK couple is a little too much for me. I'm just like, y'all are trying too hard. But also Sochi, when she was like, Schmeagol, I was like, someone get her away. She needs to stop.
No, it's just.
But they're cute. Whatever.
Luna does not like when I do that.
She's having a day today. She's like gonna kill us.
Lost her mind.
I don't know. He must be doing something back there because she's like this window. Yes, BB. All right. Well,
okay.
That's what I have to say about that.
We're wrapping it up. Love is not blind, I think, is the takeaway.
Yeah.
But that show's really good. If you haven't watched it, you should. And we are very excited for The Bachelorette. So whenever that comes back, we'll be recapping.
Yeah. Cool. Great. Thanks, Linda. I'm getting distracted because the dog is
We're gonna
drinking
leave
milk.
now.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming. Politest Book Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.